wrestling here as well in Greco.
So there's some credentials in this weight class. Would you consider this as one of the tougher weight classes in the women's tournament?
Clearly.
I read it somewhere, so.
It's on the internet, it's got to be true.
Right?
Porter with the step out, nearly came right through your screen here, out of your trackwrestling.com computer and into your living room, or your phone, or wherever you're watching from here, the Mayo Civic Center U23 World Team Trials.
Did she not turn around?
Along with Lance Hughes. Jason Bryan here with you on the call. Shane Sparks and Andy Olson over on the other mat. Thanks for joining us here this Saturday morning. Yeah, Porter out of New York.
Yes.
Get another McKendree Bearcat.
Stop.
Is the club right downtown in Manhattan?
It is just right on the south, I think it's the south end of Central Park, is where the actual building of the New York Athletic Club is housed, yes.
And do they train there right in that building?
Rarely.
Okay.
They have a lot of fencing and different sports that come through there, but a lot of it's about endorsement and how they're funding athletes, because it makes their club look good to support senior level athletes. They've been doing it since basically the dawn of the Olympic movement, and a point of pride with the directors at the New York Athletic Club that they support athletes that may or may not be from New York, but natural Porter's from New York, so it's almost something you see a lot of the New York athletes, natives, they are representing the New York Athletic Club. Like here, if you're a Minnesota guy, you're going to rep the Storm.
Right. And are there any other clubs, premier clubs like that are in other sports that really endorse a wrestling program in the country?
Well, other sports, the New York Athletic Club has fencers and and all sorts of different sports that they pick up. Sunkissed Kids is exclusive to wrestling. Because I'm a wrestling guy, I'm not too familiar with anything outside of maybe what the New York AC has done, but I'm pretty sure that there's got to be these elite clubs that are sponsoring athletes, because you got a lot of Olympic sports to cover.
Right.
There's not a whole lot of money to go around from the big endorsements. So
yeah, and that's where I was coming from. You hear that New York Athletic Club when you watch the Olympics and other sports, and curious if there's any other organization like that.
3-0 lead for Porter here on short time with first period, but definitely a unique place. When you go to New York Athletic Club, you walk in the front door, you better be wearing a sport coat. You gotta wear a tie to dinner.
You do.
And we are heading to the break. The Aries Wrestling Club is born out of Oklahoma City University. It initially started as a Gator offshoot, but since the Gator Wrestling Club no longer exists, had a good run there. But now the women's program at Oklahoma City, their club, Aries Wrestling. They'll actually be hosting the WCWA National Championships this year at Oklahoma City University. 37 schools now in women's college wrestling.
Picked up a few this summer. It seemed like I was reading every once in a while. Inner Matt would.
Now we got a slip throw there. White paddle. We'll come back up to our feet.
Is Morris the only one in Minnesota?
Morris hasn't had a program for some time. They were the first, but budget cuts cut both their men's and women's programs probably about 10 years ago. Doug Reese started the program there, and that was where you see a lot of the first wrestlers came through. Marcy Van Dusen, who's in the corner over on mat 2, she started at Minnesota Morris. Sally Roberts, who's launched the Wrestle Like a Girl program. But
what a fantastic job she's done, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. 45 gone by here in period number 2. Alexis Porter, junior world medalist. In control. Good counter offense here. Finishing the 2.
decent concession stands. Sweet. What's yours? Get your hands off my chairman. Okay, well, you know, that's between you guys.
So Porter's in control here, 5-0, halfway through the second.
And there you can actually see just off to the mat here, may not be on your screen, Jesse Porter, her brother, now watching. Just off to the side of the coaches. Be on the right side of your screen. Minute to go.
It's okay for her to turn around, but if she turns around, she's got an option. She's going to go down.
And Douma with the went head and arm. We're going to get a slip throw. Nope. Slip from the referee, 2 from the chair and the judge. So they thought she fought that position off well enough for it not to be a slip.
No? Not until we break.
Now wrestling a 69-kilo semi-final round 2, Forrest Molinari.
7-0 lead for Porter, 20 to go.
And upon window, Furious Wrestling Club. Molinari and Galindo now wrestling on mat 2.